Hello everyone, this is the Pennsylvania Florida Eastern back again. This is really pretty much a part 2 review to the decapods, but I guess you could say this is kind of separate at the same time because this is really about Paragon 4 and what the decoder really looks like. I tried to open up my decapod in the last episode with the tender, and it was a complete disaster in my view, but with a little help from a friend of mine to give me some suggestions on how to hopefully figure it out on opening the coast to coast tender on the new Paragon 4 model, it became a success this time. And in a few, I will have two pictures comparing the Paragon 4 decoder that you'll get inside these boxes here. This is my other decapod that I got, or Hippo to some people who want to nickname them, number 4390. And I'm going to be comparing the inbuilt Paragon 4 with the HO-400A decoder that you can get from Broadway Limited as a trade-in decoder that you can do with the store. And surprisingly enough, you guys might be pretty happy about this, is that I found out that pretty much those two decoders look alike. So I'm going to show you right now, and then afterwards I want to give you my afterthoughts about it if you want to watch it or not. Other than that, yeah, I'll show you the photos of both what I took a picture of inside this box and the other photo of the HO-400A board that you get from a decoder switch. All right, see you after. And back again. All right, so after I looked at the photo and what I saw inside this model, I really found it interesting of how similar, if not, they're pretty much the same, is what they really are. And when I got my decoder board from Broadway Limited a couple months ago, when I wanted, I don't know how long ago, but it was definitely earlier in the year for my my Paragon 3 Streamline K4S. And when I looked at the photo, especially if you see, I'll link the video for the HO-400A installation guide by Broadway Limited in the description. It looks exactly the same. And I could also probably, later on a certain date, show you the decoder that I have in that locomotive. By the way, that locomotive is actually easier to open for the tender to actually look at the decoders. It has screws compared to, using credit cards and whatnot to spread open the sides to open it. It's a pain in the butt. I already gave my thoughts about that. But, yeah, it really is great news to hear about that, because if you have Paragon 3 models and you're just sick and tired of, of the Paragon 3 board that has, just that one silver capacitor at the end of it that doesn't really do much at all. If you take the locomotive off, it just instantly turns off. If it finds a dead spot on your track, you're pretty much screwed. So if your locomotive is still in warranty and you have Paragon 3, see if you can get a decoder swap. It just saves you time, and it saves you money, and it saves you the headache to just, wait until the decoder fries, and then you gotta, wonder, what am I gonna do, right? So it's just better. The decoder swap, for those who do not know what a decoder swap is with Broadway Limited, from my experience of doing it with my K4S Streamline, what you do is that you obviously contact, support. You contact about what happened to your locomotive usually, right? And right now you register your locomotive in their registry so that, when you log in, you put your locomotive in. I guess it's pretty much already there or something like that. And what you do is that you get an email, you talk about it, and you get an email back there. And the person I talked with gave me two options, and he says you can do a decoder swatch, which should take around 2 weeks. Mine took like less than 2 weeks. I forgot how long it took. It was a long time ago. But this depends on how far you live from the headquarters, because not only does your decoder have to reach them, they're gonna have to ship it back. So that's pretty much the time frame that they're talking about, is 2 weeks. And if you live maybe the furthest extent of the country, maybe in Vermont or in Portland, Oregon, for example, it might take a full 2 weeks or maybe even a little bit longer. So you just basically ship in your old decoder, and they send you back a brand new decoder, and you install it yourself. And they tell you to take a picture of how everything's wired inside your locomotive before you take that decoder out and ship it out. So, and the reason why is because you're pretty much going to be rewiring. You're going to be replugging in all those JST plugs back into the new board that you have. And of course, you have to reprogram your locomotive and all that stuff, and it should work. But I also recommend watching their video in case, certain boards you have to switch some wires around. I didn't have to for my model, so I don't know if the latest version of the HO-400A you have to change anything. And I'm guessing the 400 stands for Paragon 4. I'm guessing. I don't really know. But it pretty much is Paragon 4. In my opinion, because it does have the keep live and it does have a difference. And if I really wanted, I probably could just check in the settings and maybe test to see if I can have longer, capacitance time for my K4S, because it has a little bit less capacitance time compared to my Dreyfuss Hudson, which was, installed with Paragon 4 from the factory. So I'm pretty sure you have to go through the settings to change it once you get your HO-400A board installed into your Paragon 3 locomotive. So yeah, this is great news. Again, I mean, to be honest, I might start swapping all my decoders out. If it does cost money, I don't really have that much of an issue. If it's not gonna be that much of a hassle, I might as well try to do that. What about projects? I mean, if you want Paragon 4 for your Paragon 3 locomotives and want them to perform how they're supposed to properly perform, it's up to you. You can either do TSU or ESU or soundtracks. I'm sorry, I blanked out for a second. You can choose those if you want to hardwire your own thing. It's a little bit. It's not too hard, but you're gonna have to outsource drawings that people have made for each model online, because I don't know if all Broadway Limited's tethers are all the same when they plug them into the locomotive. The diesels are different. It's not like a cord going anywhere. It's pretty much on board the locomotive itself. So that will be a little bit difficult compared to a steam engine where it's just a black cable and you have to figure out which one of those pins that come from the locomotive to the tender are to connect to which. So that's for people who really want to get rid of Paragon. But if you and sometimes me, I just want to experiment a bit with stuff. I mean, at some point I'd like to experiment. I would just say just do the easier route, and if your locomotive's still in warranty, and if you're having issues with your Paragon 3 locomotives, especially now, I think now is the time to just go on their website on Broadway Limited, and I'll probably give you a link as well in the description as well where you can, go for support, I guess. I mean, it's not that hard to browse through their website, really, but for those who can't wait, I'll give you the link and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too, and I hope this helps other modelers who have Broadway Limited locomotives that are Paragon 3 and are disappointed with the performance. That, and you don't have to really get a Go Pack anymore. I mean, it depends. If you really want the Go Pack, you can get it for both the Paragon 3 board or the Paragon 4, but again, it's preference. Alrighty then. Well, I guess that's all I have to say about that. It's really a short video. It's just to update about something. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time here on the Pennsylvania Florida Eastern. You guys have a great day. Bye now.